Captain Keith Kauffman and Sergeant Chris Cognac headed to Salt Lake City, Utah to continue training more officers on the Coffee with the Cop program.
This will work anywhere. It will work in Mayberry. It will work in the toughest, most violent crime ghettos in America. We've seen it everywhere.
Over 30 officers from Utah, a few from Las Vegas and Colorado, were in attendance to learn everything about the program.
Bottom line is, look, if you show up and you show the community that you care about them and you're willing to take the time to talk to them, they're going to love it.
Coffee with a Cop is just another avenue that we can engage with the public, develop some trust, and that is what's most important, because your integrity, right, your ability to lead in any community comes from the community that you serve.
Our department focuses primarily on a community-based and partnership-based policing, and this is yet another tool in the toolbox that we can use to really gain that respect and trust back from our community.
It's a quieter class than usual, but I think they'll warm up a bit. It's been interesting.
Coffee with the Cop quickly became popular in many places, including Salt Lake City. Officers here had already adopted the program even before receiving any training.
Salt Lake City Police Department saw an article in the Cops Dispatch magazine from the Department of Justice. At the same time I was reading it, a deputy chief saw it and said, we should be doing something like this.
In January 2013, the Salt Lake City Police Department held their first Coffee with the Cop. Since then, they've continued to host them once a month at different locations around the city with limited success.
I think now, after coming to this training, we'll be able to draw more citizens in to talk to us and get a lot more feedback, I believe.
This allows officers to engage the 95% of the rest of the community that has no idea who they are or never interacts with them, and build positive relationships. I think that's the primary benefit of doing Coffee with the Cop.
The training stresses the importance of humanizing themselves to the community.
Not a radio call, right? Just a, hey, how you doing, Moses? Hey, what's going on? Hey, did you try the onion roll at Quiznos? Hey, it was great. Those contacts are just as important, if not more important, than the 911 calls.
One of the things that I firmly believe that we've made a mistake in policing over the years is the fact that we took a small number of police officers and said, you are the community-oriented police officers. Go out and be nice, shake hands, and talk to people. But we didn't really solve problems. We didn't get in the community and engage them so that they had the trust that is needed in order to be successful.
Even though some officers had already had hands-on experience with a concept, this training gave them the opportunity to learn more on topics such as how to brand their department and how paying attention to day-to-day interactions with the community can help make a difference.
It's very important that when issues are brought up, if they can be solved, especially right then, that the officers go ahead and solve it.
I thought this was a great program to do outreach to the community who may not always approach us. Gives us the opportunity to hear what their concerns are and just have normal conversations so they know we put our pants on the same way that they do.
Oh my God, look at the view from this guy's office. Check this out.
Once the classroom training ended, the two ventured out to learn more about the community surrounding the city.
I don't have any windows in my office at all.
Oh, that's hard.
You know, it's a good class when we leave and their deputy chief comes up and says, you know, you have to come back and teach the rest of our command staff that. So I thought it went very well.
We're done with class, heading to Park City. They said it was nice. We want to see some snow and see if we can see some snow, but right now it's pouring rain.
After about a 30-minute drive, the pair arrived to Park City. They roam around historic Main Street, enjoying the beautiful architecture, the fresh air,
Check out the cool snow, dude.
and finally a little taste of Utah.
This looks cool. I mean, is there like tables? Let's go here. Let's go to the Bandits Grill and Bar Best of the West Barbecue. Tri-tip nachos. Oh. That's good.
After a hearty meal, they head out again to the cold weather to roam a little more of the city before heading back to Salt Lake.
That's cool. Ice cream. All right. Went in Park City. Eat ice cream. Okay, bye.
Day 2 of the training, the Salt Lake City officers are hosting Coffee with the Cop at 6 different Smith Marketplace sites in and around Salt Lake, all at the same time.
We want to be involved in the community and get to know what's going on out there. People in their neighborhoods oftentimes, most of the time, know more about what's going on than we do, and so it's good to have another good set of eyes and ears out there to tell us, where we can do better or where we can try to help out.
Smith's in downtown Salt Lake had previously hosted Coffee with the Cop. Other sites, including the Magnet Community and the Unified Police Department, hosting this event was new to them.
There's several things that we learned from the training yesterday going through that we're going to implement for the future. Better signage, better advertising, letting the community know that we're here.
Captain Kauffman and Sergeant Cognac put the practical application into play.
We're in Magna, Utah. It's Smith's. It's a grocery store. Not really working too well. There's some issues with, people aren't coming in and there's a lot of cops and it's kind of intimidating.
They're helping the host agency with suggestions on how to improve if necessary.
So we're trying to break things up a bit. We're making a guy go to the door and be a greeter, which is something that we always stress. And we're going to thin it out a bit so people are more friendly and welcoming. So that's one of the things we do here after the class is we have a practical application and we come and we help them do it better. So we'll see how it works.
We wish that there were more people that were here, to where we could talk to more members of the community, get to know them better. But so far, the people we've been able to talk to that have come in, it's been very positive.
I'm happy because of what they are doing. I'm very happy. It's good that they are doing all of this for the community.
The response was not exactly what was expected, but Utah officers say they will continue spreading the word of the program and ultimately help bridge the gap between the community and the police departments.